Okay. Hey everybody doing? How y'all doing, my good people? Hope y'all had a good holiday and all that good stuff. And yeah, hope y'all ready to get on with this Photoshop, man. Let's see what we can do. Alright? So y'all already know how we gonna do it. We gonna get right into it. We ain't finna waste no time. Cause this just may be a bit of a long video. I'm trying not to make it too long, but I kinda wanna go ahead and get y'all straight. So we're gonna see how this go. Alright. So first we're gonna go over I guess with okay. As y'all know, I ain't no teacher. Let me go ahead and turn this off. Hold on. Okay, I apologize. Okay, so as y'all know, I'm not a teacher. You know, I try to say this in every video. I am not a teacher. I just wanna help as many people as I can. Cause y'all say I'm a good teacher. Y'all say y'all learn a lot. So I'm just trying, man. So I'm trying to, do things to where we not all over the place. But Photoshop kind of hard. It's kind of hard trying to put together a curriculum. I guess you could say. But all right, y'all, let's go. All right, so first I'm gonna show you guys how to get your screen to you're able to move your canvas like this. This is your canvas, okay? This is your canvas. Um, and I'm gonna teach you to be able to move it like this. So what I'm doing is I'm pressing down space bar on my keyboard and I'm clicking on my mouse and I'm just dragging. Okay? You're not able to do this unless you bring your screen in, bring zoom in, and then you're able to do it. But you want to be able to do it at all times. All right? So if that's what you want to do, okay? Then you go to edit. You scroll down, you hit this down thing. You come to preferences right here. Okay. And then you go to tools. Alright. And in your tools, you want to make sure you have overscroll checked. Check overscroll right here. Alright. After you do that, go ahead and press OK. And then hold down the space bar on your computer and your mouse will turn into a hand. You just click on your mouse and drag around. Now you're able to drag your canvas around. And that's good for a lot of reasons. The more you use it, the more you if you trying to let's see, if you trying to size or transform, this is called transform. So if you try bring up your transform box and you're trying to size something, sometimes the 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 box is way up here and you wanna get down to the bottom. You don't wanna have to scroll down like this all the way till you get to it. You just press your space bar and drag up. Uh Press on your mouse and just slide. Okay? So that's how you do that. Don't forget when you're transforming or sizing, always hold down the shift button on your keyboard while you're sizing. That way you can get a good size on it. If you don't hold down the shift button, it's not gonna do what you want it to do. It's gonna do something like this. And that's not what you want it to do. Okay? So always hold down shift. Alright. Um moving on. I'm gonna show you guys how to fix your essentials. This is your essentials over here. This whole panel over here. And me, I don't like mine to be out like it look like I only got a small working space. And you can um put your cursor over here and drag over your essential box, I guess, and drag it over. But as you can see, it's not enough room. You also can press this collapse key over here and collapse it, that's really how I like mine to look. I don't like it to be all over my screen. So you can collapse it, basically. You can also take these out and move them, open them, drag them, okay? And you can do that with all of them. Okay, you want to put them in, just put them back in. Make sure you see the blue. You can put them back anywhere you want. Just make sure you see the blue. I double clicked on that. Uh, so, and if there's some, you can reorder these if you want you to put them in order. You know, your layers at the top. You know, your brushes, whatever, however you wanna order it. Okay, and to open it, you just do that. Okay, um, if there is something that you want over here that you don't see, you just go to window, okay, and you just look down this list here. Like me, I love to see my brushes. I gotta have my brushes over there. So just click it, and you'll see your brushes. Okay, you can take it out. Okay, you can take it out, and you can put it in. Oh snap! Where you go? So when you put it in, make sure you see the blue. Okay. Now, like I said before, if it goes somewhere and you can't find it, just come to Windows and press it here, and it'll always appear. Okay. And even if you missed it, like right now, I just pressed it. It was right here all along, so it just showed up. All right. So don't forget you can size them to the size you like. You can also take it all the way out. Let's just say I want it to work over here, easily access it over here. You know, you can do that. If I want to be able to have it bigger, you know, to easily get to things, I can do that. Okay. So, like I said, you can just place it wherever you want to place it. All right. So let's just say at some point you say, well, okay, I like mine to stay like that. Okay. You're able to go to new workspace, and you can name that workspace and hit save. Okay. After you do that, it'll be here. Okay. It'll be right here at the top. Okay. So right now, it when you start off, y'all screen should look something like this. Okay. But after you save it, you're able to go from the essentials to whatever you have saved the way you like it. So this is the way I like mine to look. I like my layers, my brushes there, my colors here, my gradients, my paragraph, my information, my character. I like it in this order. So I have mine saved in that order. Give me a second, guys. Okay, guys, I'm so sorry. I do apologize. I do apologize. Okay, getting back to it. So your rulers. I know many of you guys may have watched my videos and you guys see this ruler. I'm not sure if I covered this in an earlier video or not. So I'm just gonna go over it real quick. Okay, to get your ruler on here, just in case if you guys don't have it, just go to view, okay, and you'll see rulers right here. Just make sure you check it. Put a check by, just click it and it'll put a check by your rulers. That way you can turn your rulers on. If you uncheck it, the rulers, this is what it look like if you don't have your rulers, okay? So you go to view, go to rulers, and just click it and you'll have your rulers right here on the left and the top. And that's very, very helpful sometimes when you're trying to get something a certain size, you know you're working on a certain size paper and you want your image in a certain corner. You're able to get, tell where exactly you put in the picture or the image or whatever you're putting on. You can see the on the top and the bottom there's a line. It's letting you know what inches it is on the canvas. Alright, so that's very helpful. I love my rulers. Alright, next, um, I'm gonna go over the shapes, guys. Okay, so you actually do have shapes. I'm gonna show you guys how to turn on your legacy shapes, just in case you start moving along in Photoshop and you're looking for certain shapes, and I'm gonna show you why sometimes you may be looking for shapes. But okay, so to go to your shapes, you come down here and it's right here actually. And as you know, I'm a shortcut king, so learn your shortcut, guys. Your shortcut key for the shape tool, I call it the shape tool. It's the letter U because that's what I use it for. I use it for the shapes. It's really called the rectangle tool. Okay, you draw rectangles with that tool. But it's if you hold down on that tool, you're able to see more tools. Okay, within that set, you have the rectangle tool, you have the rounded rectangle tool, you have the ellipse tool, the triangle tool, the polygon tool, the line tool, and the custom shape tool. All right, and all of them share the same shortcut, which is U. And again, I'm gonna just throw this in there to toggle through each tool. You let's just say right now I'm if I were to press this, then I would be equipping the rectangle tool. And I know that because there's a dot right here signifying that yes, when I press OK, when I click this, then it will give me the rectangle tool. And how I know that I have the rectangle tool is because my cursor has a plus sign on it, and up here in my toolbar it shows me a rectangle. Okay, but I don't want to use the rectangle, right? And I don't want to come over here, hold down the mouse and try to find what I'm looking for. No, I want to use my shortcut key. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press the letter U like it told me. All right, and then I'm going to hold down shift, and then I'm going to press U again. And as you can see up here, as I'm holding down shift and tapping U, it changes right here. Okay, I'm going to press it again. I'm going to press it again. I'm holding down shift. I'm going to press it again. I'm going to press it again until I see the picture signifying which one I'm trying to select. So right at this point, I'm trying to select this one, the custom shape tool, because I press U to attain my shape tool. All right. So this is the picture that I'm looking for. While I'm holding down shift and pressing U, I'm going to look up here, because if I look at my cursor, it won't tell me. So I look up here, right here, and it'll tell me when I have the custom shape tool selected. because bam, there go my picture. Alright, so right now I'm able to draw this shape. Okay, so when you have your custom shape tool selected, alright, it'll be gray here. You'll have a plus sign on your cursor. This is my cursor. It has a plus sign on it. I know I have it because here is the picture showing me my custom shape tool. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to come over here to this little drop down, and you should have leaf, trees, wild animals, boats and flowers. That's what you guys should have. All right. So Jesus, man, I don't know exactly, but I'm assuming because I already have mine and I forgot. I'm so sorry, y'all. But I think that if you press this here, you will have an option that says legacy. Let's see, legacy shapes and more in this menu here. But since I already have mine here downloaded already, I don't think it will be in this list. So if it's in your list, just go ahead and click it there. If it's not in the list, guys, please leave it in the comments and I'll show you how to get to it. I'm so sorry. I forgot it. If it's not right here, then I forgot how you would get to it. Let's see. You would definitely get to it right there. Okay, let me see. Okay, so the way you get to it is go to window, go to shapes. All right. If you don't see shapes over here on the side, whether your screen looks like this right now or it looks like this, if you don't see shapes anywhere in these little brackets, then see mine is right here. If you don't see it, don't worry about it. Just press Windows, press Shapes, and you'll see a box that looks similar to this. It may not look just like this, but it will look something like this. And you just wanna press these three little lines over here, maybe four lines, I can't see. And you wanna press Legacy Shapes and More. Okay. And when you press that, you will have this extra set of shapes. Alright, and you can just go through the shapes and find the shape that you want whenever you need one. That's just a little tip, you guys, just in case, because the regular shapes, I had a hard time with them. I needed more shapes, so they are here in your legacy shapes. So to use the shapes, you don't want to pick it from down here. Okay, if you try to pick it from down here, let's see, I just picked this one. As you can see over here in my toolbar, it is not selected. Alright, I just picked the tool. I'm gonna pick another one. I'm gonna pick this bone. Alright, I picked it, and I'm not drawing a bone. Okay, I'm drawing a heart. Okay, so you cannot select it from down here. I don't know why they did it like that. That's crazy, but you have to select it from up here. Okay, so there's that. Alright, I'm gonna teach you guys about these blending options. Okay, so let's just say I'm over here creating some stuff or whatever, and I wanted to add blending options. All you do is double click in this space over here, not the word, but this space over here, this blank space. Anywhere in the blank space, just double click it, and you will bring up a bunch of layer styles, blending options. Okay, so you're able to change uh, different things depending on whatever you're working with. All right, so just come in here and play with different stuff, and you're able to change different stuff. Okay, we're not gonna go over that today. I'm gonna go over that with you guys another day in a different video. But that is how, if you want to go ahead and start playing with it with them, seeing what they do. Let me show you this. If you were to check it, I yes, it's gonna apply it. Alright, it's gonna apply it, but you will not. You know what? I don't think it's gonna. Let me see. Let me just do an example for you guys. Alright. Alright. So I just wrote Photoshop. I'm gonna press hold down control and press the plus sign on my keyboard to zoom in. Then I'm gonna hold down space bar and I'm gonna click and drag up to get the word to where we can see it good. I'm gonna go back to my layers and I'm gonna double click on the area on the side over here, which brings up my blending options. Okay, and here I'm gonna press bevel and emboss, right? So as you can see, it beveled and embossed it, right? But if you look over here, these are not the bevel and emboss options or settings, or I can even add a stroke. But if you see, yes, it added the stroke. But what if I don't like that type of stroke? What if I want to tweak that stroke? These are not the options. As you can see, these haven't even changed. I'm gonna press this one, and you guys look right here. These options will not change. All right, I'm gonna press this. The options stay the same. I'm gonna press this one. As you can see, the picture is changing over here, but these options are staying the same, and that's because you have to click on the word on the layer to bring up the options within that this blending option. All right, so if you want to change anything, you have to click on the layer so that you can tweak it how you want. Okay, and you can just come over here and play with different things, see what it does, see what it would look like if you change whatever, and just play with it. That's how you learn, just playing with it. See what does what, how would it look, you know. It's a bunch of different things you can do on Photoshop in a bunch of different ways, okay? So just come over here, play with stuff, man. You gotta be fearless messing with Photoshop. You can play with things and tweak it how you want, okay? Play with all the options, all right? And you can come up with some real interesting things, all right? So that's how you do that. Um, Give me a second, guys. Okay, sorry about that. Uh, All right. Okay, so let me show you this real quick before we even move forward. Down here on your layers panel, you do have these options down here you guys should be mindful of. You have your link. If you wanted to link layers, just pick a few of them or whichever ones you wanted to link, and then this option will become available. You can't link just one layer because there's nothing, I mean, it makes no sense. You can't link one layer. You have to have multiple or more than one layer to be able to link. So to grab more than one layer or select more than one layer, you want to hold down. Okay, hold on, guys. Okay. Let me open up another layer. You know what? I'll just do it like this. Okay. So, okay. As you can see now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers. Okay, 6 really. Alright, I got 6 layers. Alright, so let's just say I only wanted 2 of these layers. I wanted this layer, I wanted this layer here, and this layer here. Okay, so to get both of these layers, as you can see, if I click one, the other one is not selected. But I wanted to select both of them, so I would hold down Control and select another one. And if I wanted to add another one, just hold down Control again and select the other one. And I can just do that as many times. Alright, or if I wanted all these layers, then I would just select the bottom layer, come to the top layer, hold down Shift, and it will select all the layers. Okay, so again, to select just a few of them, you select one, hold down Control, and select whichever ones. Alright, or select all of them. You select one, you hold down Shift, and you select the top one, and it'll select all of them. So Control will pick, one by one, and Shift will select all of them. Alright, so there's that. You have your effects, and basically your effects is the same thing as double clicking. Okay, it's just in single form, I guess. Here you just have them one by one, and it's the same thing. All right. So this is your layer mask. Okay, I'm about to teach you guys about that in just 1 second. This is your adjustments. If you want to make adjustments to the layer, I'm gonna have to probably do a whole separate video on that. If you wanted to create a group, you can do that. Just select some layers and press it, and you'll put them all in a group. Or y'all know I'm the shortcut king, so just select the layers that you want, and hold down Control and press the letter G. I ain't got time to come all the way down here, and I don't have time. So we gonna hold down Control. We gonna select the ones that we want in the group, and we're gonna hold down Control, press the letter G, and it's all in the group now. All those layers are now in the group, and I can double click on it and name it whatever I wanted to name it. Layers. So anyway, that's how you do that. Alright. Um and this is just if you wanted to add another layer. So you just press that, but you know, we ain't pressing this. We gonna press Control, Shift, Alt, and N. Alright. Control, hold down all these at the same time. Hold down Control with your ring finger. Hold down Shift with your middle finger. Hold down Alt with your pointing finger. And then take your right hand and press the letter N. Alright? And that's how you get a new layer. Be mindful of where my layer is appearing. If I press this layer and then I press Control, Shift, Alt, and N, the new layer becomes over this layer because I had this one selected. So watch, I'm on layer 7. Alright, so you know what, I just do it like this. Alright, so this is my top layer. This is my image and all these blank layers down there. Alright, so I want to make a new layer, but I want it on top of this layer. So I would click this layer, press Control, Shift, Alt, and N, and it's gonna be on top of that layer. Okay, you have to learn layer ordering, and then you will understand why you would want to have layers in specific spots. So that's why it does that, because you want it in order. Okay, so even if I were to drop a picture in right now, if I was to drop it in, it would drop in wherever let me see, I think it would. Yes. Drop in wherever I have that layer selected. Okay. So, um, there's that. Alright, let me see. So, to the mask. Okay, guys, this is where the video may get a little long. But here we go. We're gonna get through it. Alright. So, oh, before I even start this, guys, remember, please don't be like me, cause you're gonna be mad later on. When you drop a layer in, double click on the words and go ahead and name that layer. Go ahead and get used to naming your layers today while you're learning Photoshop. Go ahead and get used to naming your layers. You would thank me later. I promise. It will save you a lot of headache of going in trying to figure out which one is which. Sometimes you have a lot of screenshots. Let me just show you guys. Sometimes you have a lot of screenshots and they call screenshot. They're named screenshots, okay? So if you have multiple layers saying screenshot, but they different pictures, but there are multiple screenshots that you uploaded into here, you don't know which picture is which. So as you bring them in, go ahead, double click on it, and name it. Alright, I spelled that wrong, who cares? Just go ahead, double click on it, name the layer, whatever it may be. That way you won't have to try to find which one is which. Okay, you're able to decipher which one is which because whatever you're working on, or you can do like I do. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm looking at, so I just name it something. Or sometimes I have multiple pictures of the same thing, so you have to think of something creative to name it. You know what I mean? So just start now, guys. Name your layers. It'll save you a lot of time. Me, I like everything fast and to run smooth. So name your layers, and it make your workflow easy. Okay. All right. All right. These masks. Okay. So I went and picked these up for y'all. All right. What is a mask? What? No, no. What is a smart object? Okay. So a smart object. Okay. So dealing with masks. All right. Let's see. Let me just take all this out. Okay. So we got 3 layers. All right. As you guys can see, we have 3 layers. We have a text layer or type layer. This is my word, Photoshop. Okay, that's that. This is an image that I made. Okay, that's this image. All right, and we also have this picture of a blanket. Okay. All right. So we have 3 images in layers. All right. So be mindful of this little box here. It have a little picture of a piece of paper with the edge bent over. I don't know what that is, another piece of paper or whatever, I don't know. But it's a piece of paper with the edge bent over in the right hand corner at the bottom, okay? That image right here lets you know that this is a smart object, okay? So you have a smart object and you have a rasterized layer, okay? So smart object, you know it's smart because it has this um it has this indication here that lets you know that this is a smart object. This one does not have that, which lets you know off the rip that this is rasterized. Okay, so the difference in the two. All right. So a rasterized. So rasterizing a Photoshop layer converts a vector layer to pixels. All right. So that's what it does. Vector layers create great graphics. Vector layers create Jesus. Vector layers create graphics using lines and curves so they maintain their clarity when you enlarge them. But this format leaves them unsuitable for artistic effects that use pixels. I'm gonna explain this in a minute, guys. I'm just gonna read you the definition first. I Smart objects. Smart objects are layers that contain image data from raster or vector images, such as Photoshop or Illustrator files. Smart objects preserve an image's source content with all its original characteristics, enabling you to perform non-destructive editing to the layer. Okay, very important. Alright, so basically, all that is saying is rasterize, rasterize. If I make any changes to this, I cannot go back. It is destructive. Anything that I do to this rasterized layer will be final. It's definite. You can't go back. Okay, so you basically have a choice whether you want to rasterize it or smart object it. If you change anything, no matter what it is, within a rasterized layer, it's definite. You can't go back. If you make some changes and then you building up your picture and then later on you say, well, dang, I don't want it that color, or dang, that's too small, or I need it bigger, or whatever, you're not able to go back. It's definite. All right. So the smart object, anything that you make or change over here erase or change color, whatever you're gonna do, you are able to go back and you are able to change it no matter what. So be mindful of that. You want to make sure that you see this indication here letting you know that if it is smart or rasterized. Okay, so let's just say rasterized. All right, but I want it to be smart, so I right click on it and then I convert to smart object. All right, that's how you make it a smart object. Now it has that paper. Okay, so if I wanted to change it from smart to rasterize, it's the same thing. You right click on it and you rasterize it. Okay, now my paper is gone. So it's the same thing. So basically, the difference is that I'm able to do certain things like I'll get my eraser tool. I, as you can see, I cannot use my eraser because it's saying no. My cursor is telling me nah, I can't use my eraser. But if I try it, it's gonna say this smart object must be rasterized before proceeding. Edit contents will no longer be available. Rasterize the smart object, yes or no. So yes, no. So if I press no, I can't use my eraser. If I press yes, I can use my eraser. Okay. Now I can see the layer under them. Okay. Now I can erase this and use my eraser. But if I keep on, if later on I say, well, dang, I want the animals back. I'm done. I done created my whole picture, and then I say, well, dang, I don't like it like that. I want the animals back on the book. It ain't no way to get them back. Okay, so just be mindful of that. All right. So if you basically the point is you want to leave your layer a smart object as much as you can. Sometimes you have to use a certain tool, um, and to be able to use that tool, you have to rasterize it, and that's fine. Go ahead and use that tool. Whenever you're done using that tool, come back and convert it to a smart object. Yes, that will be okay to do, and we do it all the time. So rasterize it, put it back smart. Okay, that's my opinion. If you wanna continue to be able to edit uh and make, let's just say I wanted to make this for one person and this is their child, all right? But then I wanted to use this same background, but I wanted to take this child out and take the name off. If I rasterize it, I won't be able to do that. If I take the baby out and take the name off, it will be very hard for me to put another baby in and another name because I would have missing spots back there. Like you can't do it. Yeah, it would be very, very, very ugly and a sloppy job. It's gonna be real, real hard to blend and fix all that. When you can just leave it smart and do it very, very easily. Okay, so that's that. All right, so moving right along, we got the mask. So layer masking is a reversible way to hide part of a layer. Alright? That's what a mask is. It's a reversible way to hide part of a layer. This gives you more editing flexibility than permanently erasing or deleting part of a layer. Layer masking is useful for making image composites, cutting out objects for use in other documents, and limiting edits to part of a layer. Alright, so basically, all it's saying is okay, so on this layer, we're gonna create a mask. Okay, this is your mask. We're gonna call this like a protection. That's basically what it is. It's a protection, like a protection sheet. And you're able to do whatever you want to do on or within your protection, instead of rasterizing it and doing it directly to the image. You can do it to this sheet and protect it, kind of like a phone case. It protect your phone. You want to protect your image. All right. So okay, with the mask selected, you want to go ahead and get your brush. Press the letter B on your keyboard to select your brush. And right now I'm gonna this. As you can see, my cursor is real small. I can barely see my circle. So which means that my it's gonna draw a small circle. I want a bigger make a bigger selection. So I'm gonna hold down Alt. I'm gonna right click, and I'm gonna drag to the right. And as you can see, my cursor is getting bigger, which lets me know that my paintbrush is getting bigger. So now I can make bigger selections. So now I can make bigger selections. And to make it smaller, I just hold down Alt, right click, and drag to the left if I want it a little smaller. Okay. So basically, all this does is lets me erase stuff. If I wanted to erase the whole background out, this is one way that you could erase the background. Photoshop is very versatile, so there's not just one way to do really anything in Photoshop. There's multiple ways to do multiple things. So something as easy as erasing the background, you have many different ways to do everything. So it's many different ways to erase the background. This is one way. I can just do that. Erase it like this. If I had a picture that it was just one big circle, one big red circle, and I wanted to erase the background, I can do that real quick. Just make my brush bigger and just go around the circle. Okay, let's just pretend that was a red circle in the middle. I could easily just do that. Okay, and erase that circle. Okay, without hurting the image. The image is still whole. I'm only working on my layer mask, my protection sheet. Okay, um, that's one way to delete the background. The second way to delete the background is to double click on the mask, and I can press select the subject. Give that a second, and Photoshop will do its best to try to pick and choose out the subject. And if it did a good job, then cool, press OK. If not, and you want to go in and make some adjustments, you're able to do that. You have your toolbar up here. Always pay attention to your toolbar. It's very important. Alright, so all you gotta do is add or take away. And at this point, we want to add some more stuff. We want to add more to the picture. Okay, so we can just add on some more stuff. To see what you're working with, you can press Show Original and just go in and okay, I want the whole book, so I'm just gonna come in and click and drag over the book. Okay, then I'm gonna go make sure I did a good job. If not, okay, let me go in and get this. I'm gonna get this. Okay, get some more of that. Get some more of this in there. Oh, that's it. Okay. And however you want it. All right. So here in the view, you have a drop down menu. I like mine in red. I don't know. I like mine in red. To that way I can see what I'm doing. You can play around with it. See what you like. Me, I like mine in red. Okay. That lets me know basically what I'm doing, and it's easy for me. Okay. If you want to change yours, that's how you change it. Okay. Um if you wanted to smooth your edges, one way to smooth your edges would, because if I press OK now, then as you can see, if I give them another background, I'm gonna click this layer, make sure this layer is selected. I'm gonna press Control Shift Alt and N to give me a new layer. Actually, I went behind them. I'm sorry, I should have pressed this layer. But anyway, I'm gonna press the letter G to get my paint bucket tool, and I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna paint the background. What is that? Turquoise. Okay, give them a background. I'm gonna press Control and plus to zoom on in there a little bit. Space bar and drag down. And as you can see, look at these edges. That's ugly. It's ugly as hell. I hate it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna double click back on the mask. Alright? And I'm gonna smooth him out some. Then I'm gonna give him a little feather. Okay? Be mindful about how much smooth and how much feather you're giving. And I'm gonna give him a little contrast too. You know? And then I'm gonna hit OK. Now look, he don't look so bad. He don't look so jagged. Now, keep in mind, you can always change that and give him more of everything. You can just play with it and see what works, what doesn't, how things look. Play with it. Of course, this is not a good cutout. I'm just doing this for the sake of the video, guys. This is not perfectly cut out. I didn't try at all. So this is just roughly cut out like this, okay? No, it's not smoothed or feathered good enough at all. I'm just trying to show you guys what all you can do with the app, man. I'm just trying to give you guys a preview before I go in depth with everything. And that's even if y'all like my videos, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to help y'all. That's it. Alright. So that's that. Okay, and with the mask, okay, make sure you see this white box around the mask. It lets you know that yes, the mask is selected. Be very careful, guys. Always pay attention to what you're doing. You want to troubleshoot your own problems in Photoshop. You don't want to have to always stop, Google, YouTube, or call and ask or text or whatever. You don't want to always have to stop what you're doing to figure something out. Most of the times in Photoshop, it is very easy to diagnose your own problems. Pay attention to what you're doing. You have to speak Photoshop language. Okay, Photoshop has its own language and you gotta learn it to talk to it to do what you want it to do. Okay, so if you want to work on your mask, make sure your mask is selected. You know it's selected because you have this white box around the mask. If you click the image, then you would be working on your image and not your mask. So this is destructive, this is permanent, this is your protection. So you want to make sure at all times that you know what you're doing and know what you're working on. You don't want to be working on the layer and making changes to the mask. You want to make sure that you're working on your mask and not a layer, because then you're going to have to start all over. Alright? Okay, so most of the times when you see things like this circle with the line through it saying no, you know that it's something wrong. Or if you're doing something with a tool and it's not doing what you want it to do, you know that you're doing something wrong. So you need to learn what steps does it take for you to correct what you're doing. All right, if you're getting a sign like this, it's with a circle with a line through it, it's telling you that you're not able to do something. Well, what are you not able to do? You're not able to use this tool on this layer. It's basically what it's telling you. You can't use this tool on this layer. Can I use it on this one? Yeah. Can I use it on this one? Yeah. But you can't use it on this one. Can I use it on this one? No. Okay. Can I use it on this one? No. Well, why not? Because it's not even selected as for one. Okay. See, if I would have pressed it on this one, let's do this one. If I were to try to use this tool on this layer, it won't work because for one, it's not even turned on. Okay, now I can use it. Okay, so you have to be able to troubleshoot and diagnose your own problems, figure out what's going on, make sure you go through everything, check your toolbar, check your tool, check your layers, make sure that you're on the right thing, make sure that your tool is the correct tool, make sure you do have it selected. Okay, just try hard to go through what you do know how to do before you can try to diagnose what the problem is. Okay, because most of the times it's one of those little 3-4 things that's wrong. All right. Okay, so the last thing I want to show you guys about is the clipping tool, clipping mask. We're gonna come here. Let's see, I'll make it. All right. Oh shit. Okay. Um. All right. So a clipping mask. Let's see. Okay. Let me explain this to y'all real quick. All right. Before we even move on, the character panel. All right. I know a lot of people in the sublimation world mainly use a lot of type text text tool, type tool. We use words a lot. We type words a lot. Okay, we use a lot of words. We always messing around with words. Okay, so um, let's learn this real quick. Your character panel. If you don't have your character panel, guys, how would you attain your character panel? If you don't see it over here, what do you think that you would do to get it? Anybody know? If you don't see your character panel and you wanted to see it, does anybody know how you would get to it to be able to see the panel? This is the panel. Okay, so if you don't see it over here, just go to window, you look down for character, and you click it. And if it wasn't here, it will appear. Okay? So if you don't see something that you're looking for that you need, look over here in the window, turn it on, and it'll appear. Alright? So let me teach y'all about these. Well, I don't, like I said, y'all, I'm not the best in Photoshop. You know what I'm saying? I'm still learning. So, I'm just helping y'all with what I know how to do. Okay, so if you wanted to make the text bigger, okay, you first want to select the layer. How you know you have the layer selected? You press V on your keyboard to select your move tool. All right, I have my move tool selected, and all you want to do is whether you have your layers panel visible or not. Okay, right now I have this layer selected, which is this black layer. All right, so you can see that I have this layer selected because it's highlighted right here on the black layer. All right, so I'm gonna collapse this. I'm just gonna teach you how you don't always need to see it. All right, so I have my move tool selected and my black background is highlighted. But I want to make changes to my text, which says Photoshop. Alright, so all I would do is click on it. Once I click on it, it's highlighted. So whether I see it or not, I know I pressed it. So now I can make changes to it. Okay? And if I wanted to make the text smaller or bigger, I just scroll, I click and drag to the left or click and drag to the right. Left makes the text smaller, right makes the text bigger. Alright? Um I frequently use this one a lot. This makes the size of the word bigger or smaller. So if I scroll to the left, it gets smaller. See that? It gets smaller. But if I scroll to the right, if I click and drag to the right, it gets bigger vertically. Okay? Alright, and this one does the same thing left to right, but there's a difference. Okay, so this one keeps the integrity of the letters the same. So there's the same space of the letters. Um, let me see. So this P is the same amount of space from this H, no matter how many times I make it bigger or smaller. That space stays the same. Alright? But if I use this one, I think maybe this one. Yeah, if I use this one, then you can change the space in between each letter. Okay? I don't know. This one, I don't know what this does. Alright? So this one, if I wanted to move the whole thing down or up. Okay? Alright. And these down here, it ain't nothing but doing what it say. You know, if you want to make it italic, if you want to make it bold or unbold, if you wanted to make it I guess high cap, I don't know what that is. If you hover over them, yeah, all caps. If you hover over them, they'll tell you what it does. Before you click on it, you can hover over it. Alright? So, and you can just play with those. And they do different things. But be mindful, whatever you do, um if your next font, if you go back and try to choose another font and it's doing something funky, come back over here to your characters and make sure you untick these, because if it's acting funny, you probably still have some of these ticked, you know, on your next tool. So if your text is acting funky, come over here to your characters, make sure you untick everything, or you can just come here and you can reset it. Okay. Alright, that's that. So to the clipping mask. Let me see if I can. This probably won't be a good let me pick a better font real quick. Alright. Give me a second, guys. My computer running a little slow because I do have this program running, recording my screen, and it makes my computer slow down a bit. So I do apologize about that. I ain't balling. I wish I would, but I ain't. So a clipping mask. Basically all that is you inserting something in within something, an object. Okay, so we're gonna insert this image within this text. Okay, as best we can, just for the purpose of this video. I can't remember if, okay, this probably be an epic fail. Let's see. Control. Okay. So, okay. So what you want to do is you want to get your image on. Okay, so to insert an image into a text layer, you want to get the image on top and the the text on the bottom, and you want to press down. You want to hold Control, hold Alt, and tap the letter G as in garbage, and then that image would then be inserted into that the text. Now you can press Control and T to transform, and I just right there, guys. I just press Control and minus to zoom out a bit so that I could see the edge of my transform box. And now I'm gonna hold down Shift. And I'm gonna drag this edge. Well, no, I'm not. I'm going to, let's see, drag down. See if I can bring it in here. This is gonna be horrible, guys. I already know it, but for the sake of the video, we did it. You know what I'm saying? We did it. Alright, he in there. It's ugly as hell, but he in there. Okay? Alright, so that's how you do that. You're able to move him around, get him adjusted wherever you want him to be. Wherever that may be. Okay? If you wanted to put multiple pictures in, you could do that too. Get him over here nice and cute somehow. Fix him however you want it. You know, get him in there best you can. Alright, you could then get you another one. Oh, how would you do that, huh? Okay, so to do that, you just look, just Control and J to copy that same layer. And let's see why we did that. Okay. So you just wanna hold on, guys. Just give me 1 second. Let me see how this gonna turn out. Oh shoot, I'm tripping. You know what? I should have just put another baby. It's gonna be ugly. Okay. So then I would just do that. No. Okay. Let's see. How would I do that? I can do that. Okay, so to do that, all I did was I pressed down Alt and I clicked and dragged, and I got a second baby. But okay, so I could probably just okay. would probably have to merge these two together. Yeah, that's the only way. I wonder, could I just... I'm sorry, see, we learning at the same time. Yeah, we could just add it in. Okay. See, Photoshop is real fun. It's real interesting, man. It's no limit to what you can do in here. It's just, man, it's limitless for real. You can do so much in Photoshop. So, guys, I hope you guys learned something. Please try to rewatch the video because I know I got all over the place at the end, and I do apologize. Like I said, I'm not a teacher, man. I'm just trying to help out as best I can. And you know, you can never you learn something every day. You know what I'm saying? So messing around with Photoshop, I'm always learning something new. You know, no matter how many times I do get on here and do the same thing or do different stuff, I'm always learning something different. So I mean, it's multiple ways to do multiple things in Photoshop. So get out here, man. Let's create some beautiful stuff. And shoot, I'm catch y'all in the next video because at this point I don't have much more to say. And I don't want the video much longer than it is. So y'all have a great day. Practice, practice, practice your shortcut keys. Go back over this video, man. Try to remember what I said. Take you some notes if you can. Leave me some comments in the comment section. Please like this video. Share this video with your friends if you learned something. If you want to learn something specific that you want me to cover, please let me know. If y'all like my video, please let me know. Y'all want me to keep going, let me know. If y'all want me to change anything, if I'm not doing a good job, if man, just talk to me in the comment section. We're gonna try to see if we can make some changes and get everybody on the same page. So I love everybody, man. Y'all have a good day, good week. Let's create some stuff. All right.